to all my friends who personally know me and for those who came across this podcast. Welcome to Tete-A-Tetes, wherein we will have small talks about life. Are you like me, who is a perfectionist? Do you love to make fun of your own works or achievements? Do you also tell yourself that you are not good enough? Well, I am glad you tuned in again to this podcast because in this episode, we will be talking about self-care. Have you seen the movie A Week Away? If you haven't watched it yet, then go ahead and stop this podcast and watch it. I'm just kidding. Spoiler alert! In one of the scenes, George and Presley were having trouble approaching each other because they think that they are not enough to talk to the other person. Now, they sang a song entitled Good Enough, which reflects the mind of a person who is questioning his or her worth. The lyrics of the song goes like this: Can't help but wonder if I'm good enough. I just don't think that I am good enough. Do these words also come across your mind? Honestly, I also have these moments where I think that the things that I accomplish are never enough. There were also moments where I doubt my capabilities. When it comes to achievements, there were times when I thought I did not deserve them. Yes, we all go through this phase of underestimating ourselves, dragging our capabilities down, and disregarding the things that we were able to accomplish. It is because we think that we are not good enough to get what we deserve. All the payoffs of our hard work do not mean anything for us because we think that we just did what we're required to do. And if we make mistakes, then we ridicule ourselves by saying we will never be great at something. We overwork ourselves because we think that the things we produce aren't great. But we are wrong. We should never invalidate our feelings. We should have trusted ourselves more because we would be the ones left to encourage us if we want to give up. I know that self-care is easier said than done. Frankly speaking, I really neglected myself some months ago. It has taken a toll on some of the aspects of my life. Did it benefit me as a person? Did it benefit my well-being? No. Fortunately, a friend of mine tagged me on an Instagram post. It was an illustration of self-care steps that a person could do within an hour. The post really became a blessing in disguise because at that time, I really lacked self-care. I would like to share the contents of the post, or if you'd like to view the photo yourself, you can go to @selfcarespotlight on Instagram. Now, the steps are really easy and attainable. According to that wonderful illustration, the first step towards self-care is to breathe fresh air for 20 minutes. Seriously, I sometimes forget to breathe properly when I get too hyped or emotional. With this step, I was reminded about the importance of breathing properly. You may want to do this while drinking your morning cup of coffee or when you are taking a break from the stack of work you just accomplished. Moving forward, the next step is to move for 20 minutes. Last year, a lot of doctors have said that physical fitness helps in fighting against COVID-19. Hence, following this self-care step would also help you with the effects of the virus. A 20-minute workout each day could be a great help in your physical health. Third step is 10 minutes of goal setting. Now, I know that we might have given up on setting our goals since this pandemic happened. So this would really help us rearrange and revisit our goals in life. I am sure that there are things that you want to accomplish during and after this pandemic. So why don't you write them down to keep yourself inspired? Second to the last step is journaling for 5 minutes. This step could overlap with your goal setting, or you could do this step right after writing your goals. Last but definitely not the least is 5-minute stretching. Now, you could do this step before doing your 20-minute workout or after finishing your first task. These steps do not need to be done in chronological order. You could do these steps any time of the day. Take note that I did not share these steps to pressure you to do it, but I only shared these steps because I care for you. We may or may not admit this, but our well-being was definitely affected by this pandemic. Maybe it's also time for us to take care of ourselves. I do not mean we should become selfish. I am saying that we should take this time to heal and repair our broken pieces so we could give help to those who are also struggling. As we end this episode, allow me to ask you this question. Ano pang maibibigay mo sa iba kung ikaw mismo ay ubos na? And that ends our third episode of Tete-A-Tetes. Again, thank you for tuning and listening to my rambles. I hope you all have a great day. Remember, self-care is not selfishness. Padayon, listeners!